Hello everyone. Having made a couple of cards with Happy Christmouse on, one of the comments on my YouTube channel, somebody was mentioning Christmouses. So I thought, well, I've got to do it. Happy Christmouse, not Happy Christmouse, Happy Christmouse. So I looked through my dies and I came across this little chap, and this is a poppy stamps die. And I thought to myself, if I use the poppy stamps trees, they'll sort of, you know, match, because they've got these little, I think they're called whittle, these little sort of scratch marks on, or I suppose if you're whittling with a knife, you leave marks where your implement has been cutting. And I thought to myself, how can I make him look Christmassy? And I remembered that one of the freebies from Gummiapan was a little tiny Santa hat. Isn't that cute? And I thought he would look quite sweet with a little hat like that on. So I thought my panel would be, I cut my panel with my usual Sizzix framelit die. I cut an extra piece for the bottom because I don't know where this Ziggy Zaggy die came from. I'm just going to do that as if it's a sort of a kind of snowy background. So that's going to go on the base there. I may emboss the top with snow. I think I'll do that. I got my snow folder here. Love this. Discontinued, sadly, but there are lots and lots available. Let me just do this. For this, I need just my grey adapter plate, which is right here. Okay, let's just emboss this. I think I know what I'm going to do before I start, and then I kind of change my mind as I go along. It's my prerogative, isn't it? Right, here's my snow. This is my, foreground. Let's do this. I could just cut this one. Doesn't matter which way up it goes, I don't suppose. Just chop a bit of this off. There we go. So that's to go along the bottom like that. They make me smile. Trees. I'm going to stack these. I've cut 2 of each. So, don't know if I need all. There's 3 trees in this set. I don't know if I'll need all 3, but let's just take a little look. Let's just see how we go. And the mouse with his hat. And a sentiment. I've done on the computer, Happy Christmouse. I think that would probably do. I'm just wondering if I'm going to spoil it by colouring, but we'll see. I've dug out a few Nuvo markers. I'm still practising with those to find out what the colours are like and what they do. So let's just stick a whole bunch of these together. So I've got my layers. Oh, it's the wrong end. Right. 2 large trees. There's my 2 large trees. Let's put that down on there. Can't pick it up. Right, here's the middle-sized tree. Let's take this down. It's like Father Bear, Mother Bear and Baby Bear, isn't it? There we go. And the little tree. I don't think I've actually ever used these before, to be honest. I buy these things when I see them on sale, or if I see that I like them or whatever, and then put them away and tend to forget I've got them. Let's just put that under there. Put a little weight on to let those stay down. Now, the mouse. This little mouse's nose comes out when you cut it. It's, you know, a completely separate unit. And unlike the eyes of the moose, which I wanted to be recessed, the nose shouldn't be. It should stick forward. So it's so easy to lose these little bits. So as soon as I cut it out, I put a little piece of tape, sticky tape, on the back to keep that nose in. And I've done that with 3 of them because I thought we'd have the 3 layers of the mouse, but we still haven't got a protruding nose. So I just cut another one. This is not stuck to the cutouts, the rest of the die cut, because I want to colour that one black to put on, or pink maybe, who knows, on the top of this when I've stuck them together. So I'll stick these together now. Then we can clean our mat, can't we? And I'm going to put some shading on the top one. Looks to me like the shading ought to be on the other side of these because it's all on the right hand. These marks are all on the right hand side. I tend to put all my shading on the left hand side, so it's going to throw me a little bit. I think it came from the fact that my craft light was always shining from the right, which is what made me want to put the shading on the left. And I've kind of got into the habit now, so I'll see if I can change it. We'll see. So there's the mouse, and I'm not going to put the nose on yet because I want to colour him first, put the nose on afterwards. Let me just wipe this mat. There we go. The hat, the Gummiapan hat, I want this, the bits are so small. I want to have one of them. How many did I cut? 3. I want to have one of them with the fur round the bottom of the hat and the pom-pom on the top as an extra layer. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Oh, it's so small. Look at this. 1, 2, and there's 3. Right, let me stick 2 together. I'll use a smaller thing for the glue this time. Don't get myself in such a pickle. Okay, there's 1 layer. This pencil isn't a white colouring pencil. It's a pick-up pencil from Gummiapan. So for small things, you can just pick them up like this and pop them down. I have got a silhouette one as well, and that's here. And this one has got things in the other end to, as you're putting it down, sometimes it doesn't want to, for example, if you want to pick it up like this and put it down, it doesn't want to come off. So you got these things to play around with, and they are stored in the other end. Okay, let's just put that away for the moment, see how we get on. So what am I doing? I've done that. Let me colour that first, and I'll cut the top and the bottom off this. Just got my new cutting out scissors. These are lovely. So I'm just going to snip the fur off the bottom. Just a couple of snips, I think, is needed. There we go. There's the fur off the bottom. And I'm going to snip, might go flying, watch out. There it is. And there's the bobble off the top. Let's put that down on there. I know a lot of people couldn't be bothered to mess about like this, but I find it quite fun, really. So I'm going to try the Nuvo reds today. I normally use Copics, but I don't know if I like them, but we'll see. And why I decided to chop those off is because colouring and not going over the top and the bottom might be quite tricky. I could have cut it out of red card, but with card you don't get the shading that you get if you do the colouring yourself. So let's just see. Now I want to try and do what I said, the shading on the right. So we'll put a bit of shading around there. This is the darker one. Should have done the light one first, I think, with Nuvo. Never mind. We'll see how we get on. There we go. It looks all right, actually, doesn't it? So now all I need to do is to glue these little bits back on the tail, and they will be slightly proud, won't they? So here we go. Now I think I need tweezers for this. These are some of my favourites. I don't think I'm going to put any shading on the white. I often do, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Here's the tip of the hat. There we are. That looks cool, doesn't it? I don't think I've used this before, actually. Oh! Let's stick it down to make sure it stays. Leave it for a little moment. I'll leave that a minute. Right, let's do a bit of colouring to the old the mouse, shall we? Is there a very pale? I'm just wondering about whether to do pink for his nose and pink for his, or black. I'm not sure. Okay, well, let me just let's leave that for the minute, and I'll come across that bridge when I cross it. I've got these. What have I got? I've got Stonehenge and Feather Grey. Let's just start with Stonehenge and do... No, let me just do... No. Oh, can't decide. Isn't it dreadful? Indecisions. Just put this a bit around the outside. There we go. Let's try a bit of the Feather Grey and just see what that's like. Use the broad end this time, just to... There we go. Do I like him or don't I? Might be okay. Let's give him a little black now. What's this one? Black smoke. Okay. Let me do the nose. Oops. Right. Now, do I like him? I don't know. Oh, I've got another one over here. Look. I can put that underneath there, can't I? Do I like him? Let me just see. Can you see that? He might be all right. Let's colour the trees and we'll see what we think. Let me just see. Now, shading on the left, on the right. Shading on the right. Oh, Lord. Let's just have a look. I've chosen 3 colours of green. Peapod, Pine Grove, and Hunter Green. Don't know what they're going to turn out. Let's put this lot back in the pot. Try and keep the desk a bit tidy. Okay. Let me just go all over with this light one first. I'll be going back over with this at the end. Okay. And the third one. Now, the next deepest colour is this one. It's a Pine Grove. Let's use the thick side. I don't often use, never used to use the thick side of markers. Oh dear, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I don't know what to do, whether to just... I think I just have to leave it like that, really. The difference was too great to blend through. I like the overall colour at the finish better than the individual colours. I tested them all out first and wasn't too keen on what I saw, so the mix of the colours I quite like. Let's just do it all over, like I did there. Let's just see. That's better, isn't it? The biggest one is probably supposed to be the darkest colour. Let's just see. That's all right. Now, I just need a brown of some description. Stonehenge, would that do it? Just for the trunks. Not dark enough, really. Let's have... This is a vintage walnut. That'll do. Sticking to myself here. 1, 2, 3. There we are. I think we're kind of done. It's just whether I like this mouse or not, really. Should I put his nose on? Let me put his nose on. It's a nice little daub of glue. His nose is right there, look. I need something to take it off. There we go. We are in business. Right. He looks like he's sleeping, doesn't he? I think the colour's going to be okay. I will put this hat on the bottom, because I think got an extra layer, won't hurt, will it? Right. I'm quite pleased with the colouring of that hat. I didn't think those reds would work so well, but they're quite good. I'll tell you what they are. They are fresh watermelon and black cherry. Black cherry is the darker one, obviously, and the watermelon is the bright one, but I think that works okay. Right. Happy Christmas. There's my trees. don't need that anymore. That was just the bit to house the nose. Now it's just the Happy Christmouse. I will just clean off this. This is alcohol, isopropyl. There we go. Need a bit more. Okay. My finger's a bit messy with holding the green. There we go. Right, Happy Christmouse. Now we need to cut him out. What shall we use? Got lots of little sentiment ones here. That'll do for nice. Well, I said I'll start from the side with the descenders in so that I can make sure I get it all in. So it's about right, isn't it? Little piece of low tack tape just to hold it down. Yeah, there we go. Is that right? There. Right. Let us cut this part way. Don't know if you can see. Right, over, not to the end, and come back. This end's not cut. Take it off, turn it round. I'll take the tape off so I can see exactly how far from the end the die is. I want to have the same distance or space, shall I say, after each end of the sentiment. Right, pop that into there, and we'll just cut out the other end. Part way and back. So we have a longer sentiment than the die, which you can see, with longer sentiment than the die which cut it. There we go, and I've got another one for another day. So all I need to do now is to put my Happy Christmas on there, stick on my mouse, stick on my trees. I will be putting, I'm going to stick this hat, I'll do the sticking, well, I'll stick the hat to the top of his head, but put a tiny little sliver of foam tape there because he's thicker. Let me get my other scissors, just a tiny little, there we go. Put that onto there because then it will sit nice and flat. That will stick to the page and this will stick to his head. So that should work nicely. So put a bit of glue on there and put the hat on his head. Okay. There we go. Now stick this to the bottom of the snow. This has taken longer than I thought. Never mind. This to the bottom of the snow. There we are. I think I'll put that flat and these two maybe on a bit of, which way should I put them? On a bit of foam tape. Foam tape is from Sticks too. I always tend to use that. Arrange them. He can go there. And he can go there. So, another Christmas card done. They're my favourite cards to make of all our Christmas cards because I know that every single one will get sent and hopefully enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking each video. It means an awful lot to me. I'll pop this onto the usual places, Instagram, the community page, and my Facebook page. And have a lovely day. Thank you so much.